Well, we asked the baseball gods yesterday, or I guess technically it was this morning, but the game started yesterday, so we'll say it. Yesterday we said the Jays, they needed a good start today from Marcus Stroman. That's what we were praying for. We're like, okay, with Sam Gaviglio and Marco Estrada, you don't really know what you're going to see, right? That was kind of a question mark. You never know what you're going to get from those two guys. With Marcus Stroman, like we talked about in yesterday's video, Marcus Stroman has been fantastic since coming off the disabled list. And coming in the finale today, the Jays have not been swept a lot this year. As much as they haven't been all that great, they haven't been swept a lot. And Marcus Stroman's on the mound to kind of change the ways. He was 4-2 since coming off the DL. Problem today was, he was awful. Now, usually, like Marcus Stroman's one of my favorite Blue Jays. I love the guy. He's an amazing pitcher. I love the enthusiasm. I love the energy. I love what he brings to the team. But today, he was not what we're used to seeing. First off, Jays lose 8-3 to the Oakland A's and get the broom out. They got swept. And Marcus Stroman went 5 innings, gave up 11 hits, 7 runs, struck out 6, and only walked one guy. But his location was off. They were hitting him all over the place. He was not really that good at all. You know, and it didn't start out very good. In the bottom of the second inning, the crazy thing about that inning was, you got a guy at second and third, nobody out. And usually, that's a recipe for at least a run or at least 2 runs, right? Instead, Marcus Stroman gets the next 2 batters out, and now you have guys at runners on second and third with 2 away. Big difference. Now you just got to get the next guy out, which is Jonathan Lucroy. But instead, he singles to right field, kind of a blooper, greasy single to right field down the line. It scores 2 runs, and it's a 2-0 lead. You look at how that inning could have changed things if he got out of that. But he didn't, and it put the Jays in a hole. Then in the bottom of the 4th, Lucroy doubled. Simeon came in to score. Same inning, Martini hits a sacrifice fly. Lucroy comes in to score. And they're just piling it on at this point. I think it's a 4-0 lead through 4 innings. And then we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. They try to give Marcus Stroman some good time because he gets out of the 4th inning. He goes a clean 5th inning. And we're like, all right, let's see if we can get through 6. No. Lucroy singles to right field. Mark Canada comes in to score. Then Franklin Barreto comes up and doubles to left field. And this was off of Danny Barnes, who comes in on the very first pitch. Doubles to left field. Simeon and Lucroy come in to score those 2 runs, both charged to Marcus Stroman, as his night is over. He did not have a good outing. He was missing a lot of pitches. And for the most part, in general, Jonathan Lucroy lit him up. He was 3 for 4 in the game with 4 RBIs, scored a couple runs. He was great. You got to give it to them. And right out of the gate, guys, the Jays are down by a ton, right? It is 7-0 after 6 innings. And then you go to the top of the 7th inning. Randall Grichuk doubles to left field. Great job by him. And Aledmus Diaz comes in to score. Then Darnell Sweeney ends up at third base on the play. And that makes it a 7-1 ball game. Oh, there you go. Next inning, top of the 8th inning with Solarte on base. Russ Martin on the very first pitch crushes a ball to left field. And it just barely, though, I mean, he hits a ball hard, but it barely leaves the yard. 2-run shot, makes it a 7-3 game. Then they add 1 as Franklin Barreto hits a home run in the 8th inning on a full count pitch. Makes it 8-3. The story of this series, the starting pitching was awful. Estrada, bad. Gaviglio couldn't get out of the 3rd inning. Marcus Stroman, yes, he gave you 5 innings, but he got in a lot of trouble in the 6th, and then the reliever came in and gave up a double. Giving up 7 runs over 5 innings and 11 hits over 5 innings is not what you want to see from your starter. Arguably your ace. That's not what you want to see. Offensively, the Jays had 8 hits. Now, ideally, in the 7th and 8th inning, a lot of those hits came into play. Early in the game, the Jays really couldn't get any offense going. And that was the story of the series once again. The lowest scoring game in the series was yesterday's at 6-2. Today was 8-3 and game 1 was 10-1. Not even close. Now, I don't know if it's the lack of effort, but we were talking about in yesterday's video, guys, about Yangervis Solarte having a terrible game and not running out plays. And, of course, today he goes 2 for 3 and scores a run. But in general, guys, whenever he doesn't hit a base hit, he doesn't show a lot of effort. Positives from today, Randall Grichuk went 2 for 5, raising his average to 220. Wow, I don't know what happened there. 220 on the season. Smoke was 1 for 5. Morales 1 for 5. Solarte, like I said, 2 for 3. Russ Martin 2 for 3 with the 2-run shot. And his average is actually getting up there a little bit. He's hitting 190 on the year. He's been 170, 160 hovering for most of the season. But as of late, he's kind of been hitting the ball a lot better. And there you go. But really, that's it. 8 hits scattered. You get a 2-run shot from Martin. You get an RBI double from Grichuk. That's it. Bullpen-wise, you see Danny Barnes come out after getting called up. Obviously, Lourdes Gurriel hits the DL today, so they have to make a couple moves. Danny Barnes gets called up, and he goes in and gives up a hit, strikes out a batter, walks a guy, but a clean inning of work for him during his inning of work. Ryan Tepera comes out, throws a clean inning, no walks, no hits, and a strikeout for him. Much needed clean inning after lately he hasn't been all that great. Jake Petrichka came out and gave the home run to Franklin Barreto there in the bottom of the 8th inning. And guys, Jays fans, look, I know we're all saying, well, you know what, this is what happens when you make crazy trades at the deadline. Well, I agree in a sense. Pitching-wise, yeah, I get it. You got rid of 2 of your more solid relievers in O and John Axford. Aaron Loop, I'm not even going to throw into the mix. But the offense really hasn't been there at all, and you didn't make any changes. 3 runs for the Jays today, 2 yesterday, and 1 on Monday. A total of 6 runs in 3 games for the Toronto Blue Jays. That's not good at all. And it's not like it gets any easier for the Jays. Obviously, the Oakland A's are one of the hottest teams in baseball now. They're actually, not record-wise, but games back percent, like that kind of stat, they're tied with the Seattle Mariners for the second wild card spot. That's crazy. And Seattle, I'm trying to check here. I'm actually very curious here now. Seattle, so they're 5 back of the Houston Astros. I mean, see, Oakland is coming in hot. They're a good team. They're showing they're a good team, and all the power to them rest of the way. We know our Blue Jays aren't going there, so let's cheer on a team that not a lot of people have faith in, and that's the Oakland A's. Why not give them a chance? They're a youngish team. Nobody expected them to be there where they are, and they've gone on a, It's a 30-10 record in their last 40 games. That is ridiculous. They've been great. Congratulations to the Oakland A's for putting up some fight and looking to climb back into the wild card spot. All right. Next up for the Jays, though, they head to Seattle for a 4-game series, and it looks like it's going to be. I'm very intrigued to see what Jays fans kind of show up there. You know what I mean? Because usually for the last few years we've seen a ton of Jays fans show up, and it's been jam packed with Blue Jay fans and blue and white. You know. And it's been awesome. But now that the Seattle Mariners are a good team and they're in a wild card spot, the Jays are clearly not. Is it going to be any different? I don't think so. Because anybody out west, Vancouver, BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan even, they go there and they have a good time. Because why not? It's a 4-game set against the Seattle Mariners. Game 1 goes tomorrow night at 10:10. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to the late games. I'm not looking forward to that. Game 1 goes tomorrow. Felix Hernandez versus, I have no clue because there's nobody written down here. It could be a bullpen game. We'll have to wait and see. Game 2 goes on Friday night. Ryan Borucki versus, is that Marco Gonzalez. He's pitched very, very well for the Seattle Mariners. And you know what? I think I see why they're doing so well. They're not getting what they're used to from King Felix Hernandez with an ERA of 5.58. He has not been the same guy he's been used to being in the past. Obviously, injuries has been a problem over the last few years for him. But they bring in Marco Gonzalez. And, he's done a great job at 12-5 record with a 3.37 ERA. And, of course, Ryan Barucki, still looking for his first win, goes against one of the better pitchers in the rotation. Just the way it goes for the young kid. But he looks to pitch another great ball game then. Saturday, Marco Estrada versus Canadian James Paxton. Names sound familiar, Jays fans? You're darn right. Last time the Jays faced him, he threw a no-hitter at Rogers Center against the Blue Jays. Now what you want to see in Seattle. And the finale on Sunday, Sam Gaviglio versus Mike Leake. Before the Jays take a day off and then head home to take on the Boston Red Sox. All right, so the Jays get swept by the Oakland A's. It's terrible. But now they head to Seattle for a more interesting series because it could be full of Jays fans. We'll have to wait and see. Game, it's 10-10 tomorrow, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys just have not enjoyed this series against the Oakland A's. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What'd you think of the game today? What'd you think of Marcus Stroman? I thought a lot of his pitches were up. He really wasn't dominant. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I guess technically it'll be Friday morning, but it'll be Thursday night game time. 10-10 first pitch in Seattle. King Felix Hernandez against the Blue Jays versus I have no clue for the Toronto Blue Jays. Like I said, 10-10 first pitch as the Jays hope to end this 3-game slide and start off this road series against the Mariners off on the right note. We'll talk to you guys then.